Hello and welcome to Suffolk Mind's movement session with Sammy the Sea Squirt. Now, sea squirts are one of the most basic forms of life with a brain, and they have a tube, and on top of their tube they have their brain. So let's make our brain. So let's get our thumbs like this. We're going to put our thumbs inside and curl our fingers round and put them together to make a brain. Now, we all have a body that can be well and unwell, and we all have a brain that can be well and unwell. And we can look after our brain by doing different things. And one of the things that we can do is to move our bodies to look after our brain. So here is our brain, and sea squirts have a brain on top of their tube. So can you put your brain on top of your tube like that? Very good. Okay, now we're going to start telling a little bit of our story, and as our story goes along, Sammy the Sea Squirt moves to help their brain and to help them feel good, and it calms their emotions and lets them be free from worry. And as Sammy the Sea Squirt swims through the sea, they meet lots of different ocean friends. So we're going to have a little go at doing our story now. So if you'd like to stand up, let's stand up. We're going to rub our hands together. Should we put Sammy down just for a little bit? There we go. Perfect. Let's rub our hands together, and we're going to open our hands like a book because we're going to tell the start of our story. Well done. Take a deep breath in, and as you breathe out, see if you can breathe out for longer. Now, under the waves where sunlight is blue, take your hands all the way down like this. I'm going to take them all the way back up to the sky. Sammy the Sea Squirt was born with a tube. Sea squirts have a brain on top of their tube that tells them to squirt, and that's how they move. So let's squirt like Sammy the Sea Squirt. We're going to take a deep breath in as we reach up, and then we're going to go whoosh as we come all the way down. Deep breath in. Whoosh. Well done. One more. Deep breath in. Whoosh. All the way down. Now, if you're sitting down, you can do this as well. So let's do this sitting down. So let's take your hands and breathe in. Whoosh. Breathe in. Whoosh. Well done. Now, if you've got a friend to work with or a partner, you can do this together. So let's stand up. We're going to do this together. We're going to hold hands. We're going to take our hands up high. And we're going to whoosh all the way down to the floor. Whoosh. And let's try again. All the way up. Breathe in and whoosh. All the way down. Now today we're going to be doing lots of different movements. Some of them are called I can movements because they're movements we can do by ourselves. So when we do I can you go like this with your hands, and we're going to go I can. So I can. I can. And some of them are going to be connect, and when we do connect ones, they're ones that we go do this sign for connect. So when you play a movement game, we've got a Sammy the Sea Squirt movement game. There are I can and connect movements. So we've got I can and connect movements for every animal. So let's meet another animal. In our sea squirt story, we start off with our Sammy the Sea Squirt, and Sammy the Sea Squirt meets Caleb the crab. And Caleb the crab says, "My brain, it can choose to slow down or rush, but if I don't move, my brain turns to mush." Now there's a few ways we can do our crab movements. We can do it by sitting down. We're going to take our hands and take them all the way to one side. So stretch all the way to one side. Breathe in. And as you breathe out, we're going to go hee all the way to the other side. Breathe in. Hee all the way to the other side. And one more. Hee and back again. Hee. Now another way we can do our crab movement, that is our connect movement, well done, is we can put our hands behind us, put our feet flat on the floor and lift our tummies. So let's try, breathe in and lift your tummy to make your crab. That's it. So we'll start with I can by doing it separately on our own. So let's walk that way. So let's go one way first, go. And we're going to walk on our hands sideways like a crab and then come back again. Crab, 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 crab. Now, to do our connect movement, we're going to do this together, and we're going to try and tag each other with our toe, just gently. Are you ready? Here we go. We're going to try and tag. Ah! Try and tag with our toes. Tag. Tag. Well done. So you can do a little crab tag. Very good. Well done, everybody. Now the next creature that Sammy the Sea Squirt meets on her journey is Opal the octopus. My brain, it can choose to dream and to think, but if I don't move, my brain will just shrink. An octopus, Opal the octopus, squirts her ink. So we're going to do it first sitting down. This is an I can movement. So let's wobble our body. Wobble, 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 wobble. Take your arms in as you breathe in. And we're going to go to squirt our ink. Let's try that again. Wobble, 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 wobble. Take your arms in. Well done. Good squirting. Now we can do this another way by lying on the floor. Another I can movement. So lay down on the floor. We're going to do wobble, 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 wobble. Take your legs in. Well done. And let's squirt them all the way to the sky. And let's try again. Wobble, 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 wobble. In, breathe in and go. All the way to the sky. Well done, everybody. Now we can do this together to do our connect movement. So to do our connect movement, we can either do it side by side. So let's try. Let's do it side by side. And hold on to each other. And we can hold hands and do it together. Wobble, 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 wobble. Breathe in. Or we can do it one on top of the other. So if I lay down this way, if you go on top of me, that's it, and lay down on top. Ready? Here we go. Wobble, 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 wobble. Breathe in. And well done. And one more time. Wobble, 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 wobble. Breathe in. And well done, super. Okay, now our next movement is Zara the zebrafish. So here is Zara. And Zara says, my brain is a map and helps me remember the places I've been to and those I've not yet. If I didn't move, I'd always forget. So Zara the zebrafish. There's a few ways we can do this. The first way, by ourselves, is by sitting, and we're going to take our arms behind us. Roll your shoulders all the way back, and as you're sitting, we're going to flap our fins behind us. So if you turn to face your partner, so if you come turn to face me this way, that's it. Roll your shoulders all the way back, breathe in. Take your arms back and do flop, 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 flop. Very good. Now, as we do this, we're going to do an ooh sound. So take our shoulders all the way back, look up, breathe in, and go whoo as you flap your fins. Brilliant. Now there's another way that we can do this if we lay on our tummies. So let's lay on our tummies this way. Let's breathe in. And as you breathe out, we're going to flap our fins and look up and go whoo. Well done, come all the way back down. Oh, exhausting. Let's try again. Breathe in. Well done, and all the way back down. Now, to do our connect movement, we're going to do this together. So if I lay on the floor this way, and if you lie on top of me, if the smaller person lies on top, so if I lie down like this, and lie on top of me this way, that's it. And we're going to take our fins out together like this. So we're holding fins together. We're going to breathe in. And as you breathe out, we're going to lift together. Just rock gently from side to side and flap your fins. And all the way back down. And let's try again. Breathe in. And all the way back down. Very good. Now, let's see who we meet next. Off you get. Well done. Let's sit back onto our mats and see who we meet next. Now, our next friend that we meet is Saul the seahorse. Saul the seahorse says, if I'm feeling sad, my tail gets tight, but then when I move, I'm happy and light. So we're going to see if we can move like Saul the seahorse. First of all, we're going to see if we can grip our fingers. If you see here, the seahorse grips onto the seaweed. So we're going to try with our fingers, gripping with our fingers. So hold your fingers out like this. So when you're sitting down, that's it. And we're going to grip with our fingers. and then let go, and grip, and let go. Well done. And grip, and let go, and grip, and let go. Now we're going to try and make a shape with our finger in the air. And you can even do this with your whole body or with both hands together. Well done. Let's try that standing up. We're going to make a shape starting with our nose. We're going to draw a S in the air with our nose. Here we go. S all the way to the floor. Well done. Let's try it again. Well done. Now to do our connect seahorse, we're going to hold hands a little bit like we did with our sea squirt, but come onto our knees and we're going to pull back on each other's arms. And as you pull back on each other's arms, just sit your bottom down a little way to make a double seahorse shape. Well done. Let's try that again. So hold hands. So hold hands, pull back on each other's arms a little way, breathe in. And then just sit your bottom down a little, not all the way, just a little bit. Sit your bottom down a little way. That's it, to make a seahorse shape, to make a double seahorse. Well done. Now, Sammy the Sea Squirt has travelled the sea. But as Sammy the Sea Squirt finds some other sea squirts, Sammy notices that they've all stuck to the rock. And when sea squirts stick to the rock, they don't need their brain anymore. And so they swallow their brain. Yuck! So when they stick, they stop and they swallow their brain. So we want our brains to be healthy, so we want to keep moving. So let's have a look at these sea squirts stuck to the rock. So shall we have a go? We're going to have a go at moving a lot, and then we're going to get stuck to the rock. Here we go. Whoa, stop! And stick to the rock. Now this time, shall we move like sea squirts? Here we go. Breathe in. Whoosh. Stop. And stick to the rock. Now let's try moving like the octopus. Whoa, stop. And stick to the rock. Very good. Now can we do this together? So let's try together. So we're going to try moving. Whoa, stop. Oh, we moved. Can you try doing it together a different way? Let's try holding hands this way this time. Octopus. Stop. And let's try doing a double swish. Here we go. Stop. Very good. Well done. Now, when sea squirts swallow their brain looks like this. So let's take our hands again. Put your thumbs inside, curl your hand round and put your brain together like this. And sea squirts swallow their brains. So sitting down, let's see if we can do this together. We're going to curl our body all the way around our brain. So can you curl your body around your brain as much as you can sitting down? Very good, good curling. Well done, everybody. Okay, and another way we can curl our brain is coming onto our knees. We can tuck our nose into our knees and curl our brain this way. So we're going to curl like the shape of a brain. So take your nose all the way down and take your hands all the way back to your little fingers and tuck your nose into your knees. And we're going to have 3 deep breaths in this position. Now we always breathe out for longer because that's another really good way of calming our brain. So let's try. Breathe in and breathe out for longer. Breathe in and breathe out for longer. And breathe in and breathe out for longer. And come all the way back up. Now, if you've got a partner to work with, you can swallow a brain together. So there's some different ways we can do this. So if you curl over, put your nose in there. And I'm going to see if I can swallow the brain. So I'm going to put my hands over like this. I'm going to tuck my toes under and I'm just going to pop into the air like this to swallow the brain and go yuck, 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 yuck. Very good, well done. And then swap over. So I'm going to be the brain. You're going to try and swallow me. Okay, here we go. I'm the brain. It's a bit trickier. Well done. Lovely. And out you come. Now, When your brain moves, when your body moves, it helps your brain to remember. And it's a bit like Zara the zebrafish with that map. So what we're going to do, if you come down into your brain, I'm going to show you how to do a map. So if you come down into your brain, if you come this way, that's it. And if you hold on to the back of your partner's ankles like this, your partner stands just here, you hold on to the back of their ankles just like this. And I'm going to draw a map on the back of that brain. Well done. You can have a little massage while you're here, and then we can swap over. And you draw it, like stand there, if you stand here. And I'm going to hold on to the back of the ankles. And if you draw a map onto the back of my brain. Lovely, well done. And so when we move, it helps with our memory and it helps us to remember. And it's like having a map so that we can remember different things. Lovely, well done. Okay, now, so Sammy the Sea Squirt has moved to help their brain. And when sea squirts don't move, they swallow their brain. We don't want that to happen to us, which is why we need to keep moving. We need to keep our brain nice and healthy. So we're going to travel the sea like Sammy the Sea Squirt. Sammy says, I'll use my brain to travel the sea. The ocean's the home for sea squirts like me. So we're going to travel the sea. Now, the first way we're going to travel the sea is by sitting with our legs out in front of us. And we're going to travel the sea like the waves from side to side. Side to side. Well done. All the way over. Reach all the way over. Well done. Now we can do this together. We can do it side to side. Another way we can do this together is to do it back to back. So let's do it back to back. We'll do a back-to-back sea squirt. So there we go. Travel the sea with the waves together. Travel the waves together. Well done. And all the way over. Now, another way to travel to do it together, another connect way, is to hold hands with your legs opposite each other, just like this. So put your legs here. So you have to put your knees, so your knees line up together, and you lie down. You might need to come a bit closer. There we go, because you're a little bit smaller. And we're going to hold each other's hands underneath knees. So if you just raise your knees a little bit and hold hands underneath knees, just like this. Now we're going to say 1, 2, 3. We're going to push our bottoms up and back down the other side. 1, 2, 3. Whoosh. 1, 2, 3. Whoosh. 1, 2, 3. Whoosh. Well done. And Sammy the Sea Squirt, let's sit up again. Sammy the Sea Squirt travels the sea because Sammy wants their brain to be happy and free. So we're going to travel the sea by being a sea squirt one last way. So you could do your sea squirt whoosh, 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 whoosh by yourself, or you could do it with a grown-up, and you can be a sea squirt swimming on top of a grown-up. Would you like to show them how we do?
Yeah.
Okay. So we're going to do it on knees because it's a little bit safer than on feet. So if you come down onto my knees like this, and I'm just going to support your body like that. And if you swoosh your arms up, we'll make sure we're safe. Whoosh, and I'm going to put my arms on the floor to be safe. That's it. Whoosh, whoosh, whoosh. Whoosh. Well done. Lovely sea squirts. Let's come all the way up. Well done. And well done, everybody. Let's have a look. That was so good. Well done for joining in with our movement session. I'd love you to show us some of your movements that you've been doing. So maybe you could take some photographs or some videos of some different movements and tag us, because that would be brilliant. So that's lovely for you to join in with us. And thank you for moving to help your brain. It's a really good thing you can do. So thank you from Suffolk Mind, and thank you from Sammy, and see you again soon. Bye.